So I saw this house on Zillow and can totally save some cash just by buying it myself, right? I mean, do I really need a realtor? The answer is a resounding yes. So some people think that they can just buy a house on their own with little to no experience without really understanding all of the things a realtor does to make the process so much smoother for the buyer. So today we have expert realtor Jeff.chreky to talk to us about the 5 reasons, to name just a few, you definitely need a realtor. I mean, I don't think that I could navigate my way through a real estate contract.
Yeah, it certainly can be tricky. We actually specialize in writing contracts, but also the ins and outs of contracts that you need to know to not just purchase real estate, but to win in a competitive market. Sometimes you will have to remove contingencies or escalate in price to win, and we know when it's those types of situations.
So if I'm some rando person off the street and I'm interested in a house, I can't just walk up to the house and say, hey, can I look around?
Not quite. So you actually have to be a realtor in order to gain access to lock boxes, which hold the keys to get into these properties. Mm-hmm. I spent a good part of my day touring and finding properties both on and off the market. We have some agent portals such as Top Agent Network, and then brokers and developers we've established great relationships with. That actually make it a huge advantage when searching and finding a right home for you.
Okay, so tell me more about the insider connections in the biz that you mentioned.
Yeah, so just over years of experience and dealing with a lot of different people, we've kind of found who the best home inspectors, contractors, lenders, and title companies are that can certainly save you thousands of dollars over time. If you use an inspector who's not very experienced, you may miss your chance to ask for the necessary repairs to be made by the seller before purchasing a home. Also, if you're not using an experienced and local lender, you may get locked into a high interest rate, lose in competition, or be misled on offerings.
So I could maybe haggle my way into a great deal at, say, an antique store, but a house? Probably not.
Yeah, so tension can certainly grow fierce, when you're directly negotiating. You need someone in your corner you can rely on who can ensure that the correct steps are taken to both protect your purchase and your deposit once you enter into a contract. We also help sellers understand fair market value when they're highly attached to their home and assist them in preparing their house for the market to attract as many buyers as possible. Buying and selling a home can be, extremely emotional, and we kind of help guide our clients to make the most well-informed decisions.
Surprises can be fun, right? But not in real estate.
Yeah, that's correct. We always strive for as smooth transactions as possible, but definitely not the case at times. It's definitely wise to be working with someone who's both knowledgeable about the market and properties that, will be a good investment for you. For example, I had a client of mine who was actually buying this home in Shaw for $1 million. And we saw from some research there was a previous wine cellar mentioned, and we did not find the wine cellar, but actually after removing some of the staging furniture, there was a hidden cellar, and we were unable to open this door. Had a floor contractor there who was able to pry it open. We were hoping there would be, some treasure inside. But as soon as it opened, we saw there was 2 feet of standing water and a lot of mold that had expanded throughout the floorboards.
What?
Yeah, this type of surprise would be very bad after closing on the home, especially with your kids living there.
Yeah, absolutely. So don't go at this home buying thing alone. A good realtor is invaluable to not only the actual process of buying a home, but to your peace of mind as well. Jeff, thanks so much for sharing your wisdom with us today.
Of course.
High
my
five.
pleasure.
If you're in the DC area and are looking for an expert realtor, Jeff's info will be linked below. And as always, if you want to find out exactly how much home you can comfortably afford, give us a call. A Homespire Mortgage Loan Officer would be more than happy to walk you through the process. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you have a burning mortgage question, leave it in the comments below and maybe your question will be featured in a future video.